Hi and welcome to your practice. This sequence is all about opening the hips, getting you feeling more strong, spacious, and mixing that in with some sun salutations to really warm the body up and to get you moving. Hi, my name is Rachel Young, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do now. And I'm going to be creating a fresh new video for you every week. So make sure you subscribe now, and that way we can learn and grow together on the mat. So let's get started. Come to the top of your mat. Okay, so starting with your feet together, big toes touch, heels touch. Roll the shoulders back a couple of times. And on an inhale, bring both arms all the way up, looking up at your thumbs. Exhale, folding all the way down. We're going to do 3 half sun salutations. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to stand again. Reach up tall, reach up through those fingertips as your tailbone directs down to the floor. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale again, reaching up. Exhale, fold all the way down to the floor. Inhale, chest moves forward. As you inhale, exhale, draw the belly in. Inhale, come all the way up, reaching up tall. And exhale, hands to the heart. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. As you exhale, this time step back to plank. Take your feet back as far as possible. Options to always take the knees to the floor if you need to. Stay here, get nice and steady. And exhale, back to downward dog. So readjust the position of your feet to find downward dog. Balls of the feet rooted into the ground, the toes are nice and free. Keep lifting up into the inner groins as you press the palms into the floor and away from you. Inhale, come forward into your plank. On this one, let's lower the knees, untuck the toes. Exhale, lower the belly, chest, chin all the way to the floor. Inhale, rise up to a baby cobra. And exhale, child's pose. We're not staying. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, downward dog. Couple of breaths here. Okay, bend the knees slightly. Walk or step yourself to the top of your mat. Bring both feet together at the top. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, let's rise up to stand. Reaching up tall. Exhale, hands to the heart. And again, inhale, rise up. Exhale, diving down. Inhale, chest moves forward as you lift the rib cage. Exhale, step back to plank. This time stay in plank. Hold it for a couple of breaths. Nice and steady. Take the knees to the floor. Rotate the upper arms out. Bend the elbows. Move the chest forward. Just lowering your shoulders to the elbows. Inhale, rise up to upward dog. Lift the thighs off the floor. Press the hands into the floor. Exhale to downward dog. Regain your center, your composure. Deep breaths, Ujjayi breathing if you do. Otherwise, steady breathing through the nose. Bend the knees slightly, look between the hands. Walk, step or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, feet together, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to stand. All the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time, inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, step back to plank. Hold it in plank when you get there. Press the heels back if the knees are lifted. Inhale the chest forward. This time, either exhale through your full chaturanga or take the knees to the floor. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. You can always take your knees to the floor to come into downward dog. Take a couple of breaths here. Find your center. Find your breath. No rush, nice and steady. Bending the knees, look between the hands, walk, step or jump to the top. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to stand. All the way up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, heart lifts. Fingertips rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chest lifts. This time, exhale, step back to downward dog. Breathing here in downward dog. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, knee comes into the chest, step the foot between the hands and take back knee to the floor. Anjaneyasana, rise up. Inhale, lift up out of your pelvis. Exhale, both hands down. Take your right palm to the floor, turn the fingertips out and turn the belly and chest towards the left. Keep your knee hugging in. Pressing this hand on the floor down into the ground as you reach up through those fingertips. Steady breath. Turn to face the floor. Lift up the back knee, tucking the toes. Line your feet up for crescent lunge. Inhale, rise up to crescent lunge. Drop the hips. Keep directing that back heel back and the front knee forwards. And then lower the hands to the floor. Walk yourself all the way round to the long side of your mat into wide leg forward fold. Big toes point forward. Inhale, heart lifts, spine lengthens. Exhale to fold. Keep your upper legs, your thighs rotating out as you plant your big toes down. Moving the hands back in line with your feet. You can use blocks if necessary. Breathing here. Inhale, chest lifts. And exhale, walk all the way around to the back. Take your back knee to the floor. Inhale, rise up, Anjaneyasana on this leg. Hold it here, let the hips move forward, getting more of a stretch along the hip flexor on that back leg. Take the hands to the floor. Tuck your back toes under, lift the knee. Line your feet up for crescent lunge. On an inhale, rise up to crescent lunge in full. Drop the hips a little bit, getting that front thigh parallel to the floor. Take the hands to the floor, take the back knee down. Turn the fingertips out on the left side, twisting to your right, coming into a twist on this side. And then turn to face the floor. Lift the back knee up, turn all the way around into a wide leg forward bend again. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, walk the hands back, folding forwards from the hips. Spreading your toes nice and wide, lifting up into the inner thighs, drawing in through the lower belly as you let the front of your rib cage extend long. Stay here for a couple more breaths. Let the head relax. Turning the head maybe from side to side gently, letting go in the neck. Bend your front knee, walk your way around to the front. And step yourself back to plank. And press back to downward dog. On an inhale, lift the left leg. Now from here, keep moving the inner ankle of the foot on the floor. The inner ankle moves back, the thigh lifts. Bend the top leg so the heel drops towards the right hip. Turn the knee out. You're now exposing that front left hip out to the side, rotating, finding a little twist in the spine perhaps. And then come back to the center slightly, come forward into a plank, and if you have the energy, bring the knee up to tap the arm. Press back again, split dog, so we're taking the knee as high as possible on that lifted leg. Come forward again, tap the arm. Bring the knee underneath and step the foot between the hands. That's a little bit of core work for you there. Take the back heel to the floor. Inhale, rise up to warrior two. Bending that front leg, check that your back toes are pointing 45 degrees across your mat. Gazes towards your front hand. Drop that front hip a little bit more. Inhale to straighten your front leg. Exhale, Trikonasana. Reach forward first of all. Really get long under this waist before you then turn the ribcage up to the sky. You can always place your hand on a block. Now bend that front leg. Take both hands to the floor. Lift the back heel. Turn the foot so both feet are pointing forward, and the front foot comes out nice and wide as the mat, and take the back knee to the floor. Untuck your toes. So you want to have this front knee really hugging into that arm on the left. Keep the chest extended forward so you're not rounding the back, you're not letting the head drop. Keep lifting the chest, pressing the floor away from you. Okay, tuck your back toes under, lift the thigh. See if you can step back to plank from here. Hold it here. And then bend the knees, come back to downward dog. Inhale, lift the right leg. This supporting foot on the ground, move the inner ankle back, lifting up into the front of that hip. Keep lifting through that top leg. Bend the knee, let the heel drop back towards the hip on the other side, opening up the hip to the side. If you can, come forward into a plank, bring that knee round, tapping the arm. Inhale, come back one more time, externally rotating that right hip. Come forward again, one more tap if you can. Then bring the knee underneath your body. Press the floor away from you and step the foot between the hands. Take the back heel to the floor. We're going to rise up to warrior one. Inhale, come up, gazing towards the front hand. Dropping your hips a little bit more. Inhale, straighten that leg. Keep your feet rooted into the ground as you exhale, glide forward. Keep that front leg nice and straight. Turning the ribcage up to the sky. Into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Inhale, come all the way up. Bending that front knee. Turn to face the floor. Bring your hands to the floor and walk that front foot out nice and wide. Take the hands to the floor. Take the back knee down and untuck the toes. Keep that front knee hugging in. Chest extends forward. Find that nice, smooth, steady breath. Okay, turn the back toes under, lift the knee. Step back to plank. Option here to come through a vinyasa of your choice. Otherwise, come back to downward dog straight away. On an inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, knee comes in under the body and place the knee behind the left hand, coming into pigeon pose. Take the back knee to the floor. Shuffle that back knee back, keep your toes tucked under, and come to your finger pads. Please use blocks under your hands or books if this feels very inaccessible to you. Also, you can place a cushion or a block under your front hip so you're not leaning over to one side. Making sure that your kneecap on the back leg is in the center. When you are, take the foot flat to the floor. Take an inhale here. And exhale, fold forward if you can. Come to the elbows, monitor how you feel here in the hip. No forcing needed. Just really breathe into the hip. Discover what's going on in there. Keep both feet really active. So you can use the breath as a way to discover what is really happening in that hip. Do you need to back off? Can you go a little bit deeper? Allow the exhale to guide you. Maybe you'll stay where you are. Maybe you can bring your forehead to your hands. Relax the shoulders. Let the exhale guide you a bit deeper, more internal. And then rising up, just come up. Roll yourself around to sit. And bring the left foot to the inside of your right thigh. And bring that knee round to Janu Sirsasana. So turn the whole body round. Inhale, lift up tall. And exhale, folding forward over that stretched out leg. So you may only go a bit of distance. So you might only go like a centimetre or two. That's absolutely fine. Practice needs to be consistent and steady over time. So there's no rush. Be where you are. Guide yourself through the exhale breath to wherever you get to. Inhale, rise up. Turn around so the hands come back to the front of your mat and make your way back to downward dog. From downward dog, inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, the knee comes in and place that knee behind the right hand. And the foot turns out to the side as much as is comfortable. Make both feet nice and active. Sitting down on those hips equally. Remember, you can place a block or a cushion, something firm under this hip if you feel like you're rocking over to one side too much. Come to your finger pads. Untuck the back foot when you feel steady. Now really lift up into the Mula Bandha, or the pelvic floor as you might know. Draw the lower belly back. And then we're going to fold forward. All the way down. Start with the elbows. If you can get there, you're welcome to be up here. So you go as far as you can go. No force. Let the breath guide, especially with the hips. If you took your forehead down onto the hands, you can do that when you're ready. Try not to just give in to this pose. There's still quite a lot of lifting and drawing in action. And at the same time, there's surrender through the breath. Come all the way up. I'm going to swing round, so I'm facing you. But you can stay where you are, and you come into Janu Sirsasana on the other side. So bring the right foot to the inside thigh. Bring that knee in, so you're facing forwards. Inhale, lift up tall through the spine, and exhale, folding forward, lengthening forward over that outstretched leg. Now you can bend the knee as much as you need to. It doesn't have to be straight. You can have it really quite bent up here, keeping a nice long spine. And then if the foot happens to start releasing, so if the hamstring starts to release, the hip might feel a bit more spacious. And so you just let yourself go to where your body is prepared to go today. Inhale, come all the way up, making your way to downward dog. From downward dog, we're going to do one very gentle vinyasa, very slow, nothing fiery or heated. So let's inhale to come forward to plank, lower the knees, exhale, lower all the way to the ground, forehead down, and inhale up into cobra. Exhale, child's pose, bring the toes together, knees come wide. Lower everything down to the floor, place the head on the block if you need to. Letting it all go. Letting go of what you don't need. And roll back up. Come to lie on your back. Bring your feet to the floor. Get comfortable on your back. Bring your right knee in towards you and take the ankle on top of the left thigh. Turn this right knee out and bring the left leg in. Take both hands, place them around the back of that thigh, drawing the knee in. Feeling a stretch perhaps in the right hip, in the glutes. Make your feet nice and active, moving this bent knee towards the wall in front. Take your hands wide onto the floor and bring your legs all the way over to the left, coming into a twist. So keep that ankle glued onto the thigh as you let the foot, the sole of the foot come to the ground, and the knee and the foot of the other leg turn to face the opposite direction. Come onto your back. Take both feet to the floor. Swap over to the other side, left ankle onto right thigh. Bring the right leg in. Hook your hands around the back thigh. Keep moving that bent knee forwards, so you feel a stretch in that left hip. Deep breaths. Smooth, steady. Take the arms out to the floor. Bring the foot, knee and foot over to the side, turning your head the other way. Coming onto your back. Stretch both feet up. Take your legs wide. Bend your knees in towards your shoulders and take your hands either around the thighs, calves, or outside edges of your feet. Pressing the lower back to the floor, drawing the belly down. Happy baby. Take both legs to the floor, coming into your Shavasana. Letting it all go. Letting all the effort release. Resting your awareness on your body. Let the tongue relax and the eyes relax, and the jaws relax. Stay here for at least 3, 4, maybe 5 minutes, as much as you need to integrate the practice, letting the nervous system relax, and let the yoga do its work in this very still posture that we finished the class with. Letting the shoulders soften, and the back, and the hips, and the legs, the whole body. Namaste.